Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. This is kind of a repeat video that I did, but I wasn't happy with. And so I deleted the video and I'm redoing it. This is the Airfoillabs Cessna 172 NG. Can't say enough good things about the airplane. It's really well designed, really nice looking and all. I'll show you the outside here. We'll just kind of pop out, take a look, and I'm sure you can hear all the sound. And right now we're showing beyond tie downs, and wheels are chalked. Look at how they made this plane so very realistic. And of course, in real life, I really love the Cessna 172. And we've got the intake covers on. So all that stuff we will have to remove, and I will show you how to set up this airplane, get it ready for takeoff, or taxi and takeoff. Right. And here we are. And for point of the video here, I'll go ahead and remove the yokes out of the way so you can see everything. And we'll go ahead and remove the lock. And then we'll go ahead and show you over here to the left. You have all these little pop-ups that come up right here. And they're all things that you can do to the aircraft and how you fly the aircraft and so forth. The weight and balance one is your fuel. So I'm going to go over here and put full tanks in there. Make sure we got that. And up top up here, you can have it set up to however you want it, cold and dark, ready for taxi, sitting on, runway, that kind of stuff. And you drop down below that, and then you get into some mechanical situation, which I will show you the one that I use here in just a moment. You can kind of fiddle around with other ones on here and see what you like and how you like doing it. And this here, it'll show, we'll go ahead and connect our battery, and we're gonna unstuff them intakes, and we'll go ahead and take the tie down off, but we'll leave the wheel chocks on for right now. And then we'll go down here, and I like the skirts on the wheels, or you can take them off, put them on, your choice. You also have a tablet, as you can see over here to the right, and you can make it disappear, or you can keep it there. And I personally like the tablet. So okay, now just like in real life when you're getting ready to start the airplane and all, you come over here and unlock your window, pop it out so that everybody can hear you when you yell clear prop. And your door's open. Just tap on the handle there and out goes your door. And when you want to close it, just re-hit the handle. And same as with the window. So right at this moment, we will just go with what we're doing here. First step is we need to turn on the batteries. So you can turn those both on at the same time just by hitting right in the center. Boom, they're on. And now we need to have our, as you can see right here, we have a standby battery. So let's go ahead and arm it. And then we'll go down. And as you can see, we're very dim on the screen, so we're going to need to brighten that up with these knobs here. I just crank them all the way up. Personal preference, you set them to however you like. And there we go. And then we'll click on the caution button here and get that to quit flashing around there. Alright, and then got your knobs right over here. And we need those open to keep your windows from fogging up and so forth. There we go. Now they're out. And one thing I need to check, being as I just switched controls, I use the Honeycomb Alpha Bravo, which I totally am enthusiastic about. I have the setups for single engine, multi-engine, the Boeing setup, and the Airbus throttles. And I use them all, and I love them all. Can't say enough about this situation. Anyway, let's check, make sure that I got my throttle working. It is. And then let's see about, oh, that one's backwards, so we're going to have to go take care of that real quick before we go any further here. Otherwise, we'll be doing bad things. Alright, let's check it again. Oh yes, much better. That works. Alright, now let's get back to our aircraft and setting it up and getting ready to start it up. Now we have turned on, this is your G1000 screens. Totally great. I mean, just awesome. And they're pretty simple to function and work with once you understand how they operate, which I'll be showing you a little bit of that today. Not going to go into great detail on it or anything of that nature, but I'll show you how to get this plane set up and ready to taxi and take off here. Okay, now let's just pop back out here, kind of zoom in a bit, and these screens pop up like that. That way you can kind of see them better and so forth. And now we will turn on the other screen, the right side, and you have to do these switches here next to the battery switches. You have to do them one at a time. They don't work both at the same time. So there's that one, and there's that one. Now your screen come up, and on these little triangle switches here, go all the way over to where this little arrow is pointing down to this one, and click on it. Now that brings that screen to life. Okay. Now we need to get that beacon on, get the nav on. We'll leave the strobe off, and we can go ahead and click our Pitot heat on. And that way everybody outside now knows that we're in here jacking around with this airplane. Okay, I'm going to pop the screens out where you can see them a little better here. Just makes it a little easier for you. Okay, now we've got all that set up and ready to go, so now we need a flight plan of what we're doing. And today we are sitting in Fort Smith, Arkansas, Kilo Foxtrot Sierra Mike, and we're at position 1 over here on the FBO side of the field. But anyway, we are going to set up a flight plan for Kilo Romeo Victor Sierra, which is the Riverfront Airport at Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Now to do so, we just click on this button right here that says flight plan. Now there may be a flight plan already in there, but I will go ahead and get rid of it. Nope, it is not there, so that is a good thing. And as you can see, KFSM is there. No altitudes are set or anything yet. So now we need to find the flight plan, and we go down here to the FMS, go to the center area, click on it, and boom, there they all are. There's our flight plans that are in here. Now we are going to need to take the little hand and click on that button and light that first one up. And the outside ring, you kind of put your little turn deal there, and you can scroll down, scroll up, and what we are looking for is number 4 down there. So there it is. and then we will hit enter. And now that will bring it in, hit flight plan again, and there it is, all set up. Now we're going to need to light things up again. Hand on the button, and let's scroll across here, and we're going to come over here because our flight plan is at 4,000, but most of you know, if you don't know, when you're flying VFR in the US anyway, you add 500 feet to that. So we're going to have to come into the middle and click and get 500 feet on that. And now you hit enter or it will not save it. I had a hard time with that when I first started flying these G1000s, and I was constantly going back and redoing things. Not fun, too much time consuming. So click on enter, and now you can see 4,500 is there. Now we're down here to the airways, and we will come down, and there's Maltz, and we'll go over, and Maltz is going to be 4,500 as well. So let's crank that one up. There it is right there, and hit enter. Now it is good. And for field elevation, and what we're going to do, set up for the landing. Now we'll bring it over, and we'll just do 100, and that will be our final situation there, coming down to the field, and hit enter. And now we can click on the button and get rid of those being lit up again. Now, what are we going to do about runway? How do we set that up? What you do is you go over here to this button, and you can see it says it's already lit up. It says select approach. So now we will hit enter and see what the approaches are that we're coming in on. And we will set it up on ILS runway 01 left. So hit enter. Boom. And we don't want vectors today, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop down, because we're going to go to the Okmulgee VOR and then come straight into the runway from there, and it's basically straight up to it. And don't forget to hit enter or it won't be there. And this is a personal preference. You can jump over to the right there and set your minimums of what you want for it to say minimums and be your minimums, and your decision there of what you're going to do. Me, I don't worry about it. I just turn that off, and then you must load this. Don't put it over there to activate. If you put it to activate, you will be flying your approach and not your course. So just hit enter. Now it's all there. Now we got to go back up here and take a look and see what these are set at. Now you see Okima is not set up to anyone, but what is that right below it? It is at 2,500 feet. So click on the little button again, and that lights up approach. Bring it down to Okmulgee there, and bring it over, and we're going to go with 2,500. And we will set that up. Alright, don't forget the enter again. And now we will come over. And that is showing 2,600, so that's basically above where we want to be. So let's go ahead and drop that one down. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Let's drop it down to 2,500. Hit enter. That way we're not bouncing up and down in the sky. Now once you get to a certain point like Trist here and then the runway, these are already automatically programmed for you, and there's nothing you're going to do. As you can see, I can just do nothing. I can hit enter, and that's all there is. It's done. So to go back and knock it off, turn off the lighted up one, And you can leave this open if you want and follow your progress from which one you're going to. And now we need to turn on our map stuff. So go right over here to the left side lower bottom part of the screen, third little triangle button, and click on map. At that point, let's turn on our terrain, and you can do airways if you want, like that, or you can turn them off and not have them. I always turn on NextRad, and there. Now we have that set up, and when you're done with that, turning those on, just go back here to where it says back on the right side, click back, and now that's all done. That's all taken care of right there. So you can pop that screen back in, and now that brings us over here to our main screen, which we will need to set up our altitude which we're going to be climbing to. And in this case we're going up to 4,500, so let's go to altitude and bring that up to 4,500. Very good. Now that is set. But we also need to set our altimeter, and that is over here. So let's see what Fort Smith's altimeter is right this minute. And it looks like our altimeter at this moment in time is 296 tree. 296 tree. Alright, let's go for it here. And 296 tree. Now there is something I have noticed on this plane a couple of times when I am setting up, especially the barometric pressure, the altimeter settings, is sometimes it will skip a number. No matter what you do, you have to go above or below the number. And Airfoillabs, if you guys are checking out this video or whatever, I would appreciate a comment on what that situation is and why it does that. But that's the only thing I have found that seems to be a bit of a problem at times. Alright, so now we are set up, and we are going to check our radio and see if we are squawking 1200 for VFR, which we will go to the XPDR button, click on that, and we want to see VFR right there. Click on that, and it's showing right up here XPDR 1200, and it is off. So now we're going to click back on XPDR again and go over here and turn it on. Now you can see it turn green and it's doing a little flashy dance there. So now that's good, so hit back. Alright, now the aircraft is actually set up in the G1000s for what we need to do. Now it's a matter of just starting up the airplane. And in this situation, we're going to use something really neat that I like. You don't have to do it. You can do it your way. You know, be Elvis Presley there, or do it your way. Me, it's just something I found. I think it's neat, and so I do it. Just pop them out, and we go down here to the second area, like I told you, and we'll go all the way over to the right where it shows the engine. Click on it. Check that out. That shows you your engine systems of what it's doing right at this moment, which is nothing. It's not running. It's not started. So now pop that back out for just a second and show you where your David Clarks are. that you're going to put on. They're laying right in your seat. Just click on them, and then they're on your head. And you can kind of notice how the aircraft got quieter, the noise around you got quieter, just like if you actually put on your David Clarks. That is neat. Alright, and now we got to go over here, open our window, and get ready to tell everybody our intentions here, what we're fixing to do. And pop back out my engine. There it is. And you look up here in the top right corner and you'll see engine priming. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our key in, and we're going to start turning everything on, getting ready to start our engine. Let's hit our fuel pump, see if it starts moving our needle, but it's not, so let's take our mixture handle and give it a little pump here. Get it up into the green. There we go. Now, kill that pump, and let's start it up. And there we go. Now we got it. He is happy. Turn off that noise in our ear. Very good. And look at them cylinders. Pistons are working, they're firing. Everything looks good right there. Love that. Alright. Turn that back off out of our base. We can put our yokes back in, make it look cool. And now let's go outside and take a look, and I'll show you what it looks like. Running. We need to go ahead and disconnect battery power, and now it's all good to go. Look. And if you want to check your flaps, see the flaps coming down here. You can drop them all the way down. It's like if you were checking them in real life, you can do that before you start your plane. Do your little walk around, your pre-trip, all that good stuff there, pre-flight. Get it going. Now we'll pull those flaps back. And there they are. They're full up. Chocks are still under the wheels, as you can see, and that was one thing I wanted to tell you, because when you release those chocks, and you do that right here where it shows a little airplane, and you can see the third one over is white, so that means when you see something white, that means that is active. And when you turn it blue, see how it just starts rolling, so you're going to need to put your brakes on. I didn't know that the first time. It was nighttime when I flew it. I pulled the chocks on it, was looking around the airplane, and the next thing I know, I look up and I'm dancing halfway across the field out in the grass over there, and I'm like, oh no. So there you go. Now you have a little inside secret to that. And it's going to get noisy on us here. Alright, so there you have it. Your tablet over here, you turn it on just like you would a tablet. It's got a button on it right here. Turn it on. Your Avi tab is in here. Different other things, fuel, so forth. You can do right there in your tablet. So, that's that, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and smash all them buttons there, subscribe, and that way you know when I put out a new video for you. Have a great day, and may all your flights be blue skies.